What's up, everybody? What's good? My name is EK. Welcome back to What's Good English. This is a companion episode to go with the Storytime Tuesday episode that I just dropped a little bit ago. And I'm skipping the normal intro and everything like that, just here to basically give the advice that I said I would give from that video. By the way, if this is your first time here, I make videos trying to help people learn English, a more colloquial form of English using slang and more colloquial dialogue in my videos so that you can learn those things in context. Since this is a teaching channel, I'm still going to call out different things that kind of give people that are learning English a bit of a harder time, just in case you're coming here because you saw the title of the video and wanted to see what I'm talking about. Anyways, if you do like what you heard, stick around, hit that subscribe button. You might see something that's pretty cool. Anyway, so I'm gonna kind of separate this video in between people that maybe have an idea and think that they want to go into the field of becoming a YouTuber, becoming an influencer, TikToker, whatever, and children who want to go into this field and are trying to convince their parents to let them, as well as parents that have children that want to go into this field who are trying to convince them to let them. So first up are the people that are thinking of becoming an influencer, YouTuber, TikToker, or whatever, or in whatever platform that is current and the mode at the time. Is that this is a marathon, not a sprint. You will be uploading content to basically nobody for a long period of time, much longer than you would expect. I'm uploading to basically just friends and family, and I think I might have pulled a few subscribers from recommendations from my friends and family that know me, from people that know me basically. So thank you to those people who shared. Thank you to the new people. But yes, this is a marathon. You got to be ready for that. It's not really good for your self-esteem to just see that subscriber count stay at the exact same number, but like little by little, you will eventually gain an audience if you stick with it, if you know your niche well, if you're submitting good content. Content is king. By far it is king. Content outweighs your production quality, outweighs the equipment that you have. If you have a good enough message, just do it. Hit the record button and then edit it, and you're not going to be happy with it. Every single video that I have ever uploaded on this channel has problems. I have made grammatical errors speaking my own language and uploaded them. I've made grammatical errors in Spanish, which I claim to be fluent, fluent, can't even talk, which I claim to be fluent in, and have uploaded them. Some of them I have caught in the editing process and said, you know what, just do it anyway. Some of them I caught afterwards, like, oh, dang, I actually conjugated that verb badly. At least with Spanish, I can kind of shake that off and say, oh, well, I want the people to realize that me making errors doesn't prevent me from speaking Spanish, and it doesn't prevent me from uploading my Spanish for the entire world to criticize. But at the same time, it's like, ah, man, I could have done that better. The point I'm trying to make is you will never be happy with your content that you are making, but it is important that you hit publish anyway, and you try to make sure that the next video that you make is better than the last one, and so on and so on and so on. It is a marathon, not a sprint. Like I said, I would recommend looking at two different videos. One, YouTube search The Creative Process by Ira Glass. He is the host of This American Life, and I think a bunch of different people basically have this recording of him, but research that one. Just type it into YouTube, look it up, listen to it. It's awesome. Another video that I definitely recommend for anyone that thinks they want to get into this is the video by Casey Neistat. I think it's the same one that plays whenever you go to his channel, but it's called Do What You Can't. And he's basically explaining that, look, everybody is going to tell you that you cannot do something, and they're never going to give you the credit for doing it until you have already obtained all of the success. But throughout many people's entire careers that have been successful were tons of people trying to say, hey man, you can't do that. Like, who's to say you can't have your own talk show? If I wanted to, I could call up a friend of mine and I can interview them and look, I have my own talk show here on YouTube. You can do whatever you want to do. If you're uploading to only 5 people, well, cool. You have an audience of 5 people, but you have your talk show. My point is just do it, hit the record button, edit it, hit the publish button, see what happens. Okay, now for the kids and the parents of the kids that are thinking they want to go into this area. Number one, do not pay for a university education to learn how to do this. It is not worth it unless it is a question of access. So if the following applies to you, then yes, go to college for it. If you and your family have to share the same cell phone and the same computer and you have like barely any access to internet, and the only way that you can actually get access to a camera and a computer to use to edit your stuff is through a school, a college, university, whatever, then by all means, yes, it makes sense. I would still recommend studying something else and taking media-based classes as electives because, quite frankly, when you have a degree in this field, everybody wants you to work for free and you're competing with people that already had access to the things that you did not have access to since before they were teenagers. They've already been editing videos and submitting them to YouTube and whatnot, and they have laughed you several times over. But if you have content or if you have an idea for content that you think is going to be compelling enough to do it, by all means do it. But only if you do not have access to any equipment like that. If you can put together some money and save it up over time and get yourself an old used iPhone, that is plenty. And get like a friend of yours to just be a human tripod or something like that. That is literally all you need. Mr. Beast used to record on some old iPhone in horrible video quality. But the thing about it is the people that commented, oh man, the video of this of the or excuse me, the video quality on this video sucks, or there's some horrible audio noise in the background, it's driving me nuts. Like they still continue to watch every single video one after the next. They were saying people would just comment on every videos. Those are subscribers, those are followers. Those people did not stop watching them because of his horrible video quality or horrible audio quality. They liked the content. So if you can make content compelling enough, if you really have that idea, and like I said in my first point of advice, this is a marathon, not a sprint. So if you think you can do that marathon, by all means do it. Just study anything else. Study something that has a higher chance that you can get a job that's going to pay you a decent amount of money once you have that degree. Same thing with the parents. Like I said in my last video about why I left my job and the hardships that I had finding a job with a mass communications degree is it is seriously just like lighting money on fire getting a degree in this field, and you can more easily find work elsewhere. But to the parents that have kids that want to go into a field like this, have them take electives. Like, quite honestly, it would work out better. It would probably be the exact same as a university level of education if you just spent 5,000 bucks on a good computer and a good camera, tripod, lighting setup, all that stuff. You'd probably still have money left over and just let your kid live at home and try their heart out to become a successful YouTuber or influencer or whatever it is for like 2 years, and have them take some general education classes or whatever at some local community college or something like that so that they're still going to have some credits that they can apply towards a 4 year degree if the YouTube thing doesn't take off. Because quite frankly, you do not want to have a 30,000 plus loan looming over your head at the same time as everybody is asking you to work for free or work for almost free and just reimbursing you your gas or some meal expenses. No, like that is not fun. You do not want to go to your main job, work that job super hard that you really want to be at for like no pay, and then directly after that go to the job that you have to work to pay whatever the bill it is that you need to get paid. I remember once when I was working in a mall, I actually worked at a Best Buy across the street from that mall, and I had to do a closing set that took way longer than expected. And once I got done closing down that store, I had about 2 hours of time before my shift started at the Best Buy across the street, and it was about a 40-minute drive home. So I literally just drove across the street and slept in my car for that 2 hours, got up, and then walked into Best Buy and clocked in. And I didn't happen to have on the correct shoes because I didn't expect when I left my house to need to bring some shoes with me that would match the way I was supposed to look for the Best Buy job, because obviously I expected to sleep in my bed at home where my shoes were. And literally within 15 minutes, I had 3 or 4 different managers say, "Oh, hey man, you're wearing the wrong shoes." You do not want that situation for yourself. So literally study anything else that is in demand, and just do this thing on the side. And if it takes off, you can stop. You can put all of your focus into becoming whatever influencer you want to be. But like, dude, it's not worth the degree. The degree is not worth it. There are better degrees. What's up, everybody? Future me here again, cutting in because there was one thing I forgot to say to the parents of the potential future YouTubers or influencers, whatever, people that are still on the fence about it. And once again, as long as it is not a question of access, as long as it's not going to put you out to increase your data speed for your internet or increase your internet allowance as far as the gigabytes are concerned, or it's not going to put you out buying a computer or a cell phone or anything like that so that they can attempt to start their influencer, their YouTuber, whatever career. And that is, there are kids that are, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, maybe even younger. I'm sure somewhere out there there's a 10-year-old that already knows their way around Adobe Premiere Pro or Final Cut Pro a lot better than I do, a lot better than some professional YouTubers, as good as some people that are in the industry making movies. And by the time that kid turns 18, they're going to be a monster. And the fact is, there are several kids already doing it. So while you're on the fence and your kid really wants to do this, they've got what they believe is a really good idea, they have all of the drive to do it, you are literally letting that kid get lapped by everyone else who's not on the fence about it. I mean, the fact is, yes, it is a marathon of a thing. Not everybody is going to reach the end of the marathon, but if you're not going to be put out, or if it's not going to be some sort of hardship for you to go ahead and let them try, then my advice is to just let them try. Just let them record some stuff. You can supervise it. You can be their little manager or something like that. You can help them with it, but let them try, because either they're going to succeed and it's going to be a decent revenue stream for them. Maybe they'll make a little bit of pocket money while they're at the university learning some other degree. If you take my advice, please take my advice about studying something else. Or maybe it's all going to fizzle out and it'll be completely out of their system. But it doesn't really cost all that much to try. So as long as it's not going to be some sort of real financial hardship, dude, just let them try. Anyways, I'm out. I'm not going to roll intros or outros. Like I said, this is a complete one-off video, and I hope it helps. Ciao.